Yo, welcome to another episode of Empire Jeff TV. I am your host, Empire Jeff, coming to you on a Thursday night live from Los Angeles, California. Remember me? Man, it's been a while since I've done a YouTube show, man. Been probably about 10 days. So appreciate y'all. For any of those who are tuning in, I may end up talking to by my lonesome tonight. You know how you get put in the penalty box when you don't show up every night. So hope everyone's doing well. Missed you guys. Happy to be back. And we'll see what transpires and see who pulls up and shows up across all these different platforms now that I'm streaming to. So we are here to talk some Los Angeles Dodgers. We are here to talk potentially some good news to that starting rotation. We will talk about the series with the San Diego Padres that we just finished. We will talk about the upcoming series with the San Francisco Giants. It kicks off tomorrow night. And we will talk about the Padres series after that, a 4-gamer. So the Dodgers are coming into the middle, a little shy of the middle of a 10-game stretch where they play Padres, Giants, Padres again, and 7 of those 10 will be at home, and a good chance for them to perhaps get some separation here. And still, while on the horizons, we do have some arms coming back. They are not going to be here during this stretch. At least it does not seem that way. But the good news is there is a light finally at the end of the tunnel when it comes to the pitching staff and the Los Angeles Dodgers, which for the bats and for the offense and for the bullpen must be music to their ears. So appreciate you guys, man. Once again, I'm Empire Jeff. This is Empire Jeff TV. Give another minute or two here because I see people come in here before we start really rolling with the show here. In the meantime and in between time, make sure to get your MLB, NBA, NFL gear, and more. Make sure to use our link at Fanatics to get special discounts, and your purchase also helps support the channel. We partner with the good people at Fanatics, so when you order through them via us, they take care of us because we took care of them. So get your gear there, your hats, your jerseys, shirts, memorabilia, whatever. They got it all. You can also become a member to the channel for less than the cost of lunch. You can become a member for an entire month, 3 tiers of membership. You can also tap that Cash App. But at the end of the day, most importantly, drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and become part of the Empire Jeff TV Familia. So 7-game homestand incoming. We're going to touch on that. But the news of the day or of the last 48 hours, kind of like the 72 hours for me, is the positivity coming out about the Dodgers pitching staff and the recovery and the rehab and the bullpen sessions for Tyler Glasnow, Roki Sasaki, Blake Snell, and Shohei Ohtani. And they all seem to be rounding third, really, when it comes to their recovery. I heard a couple of days ago that the Dodgers are very confident that all four will be back sooner rather than later. And it will kind of be a domino effect where they kind of just boom, 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 boom. I'm not going to say they're all going to come back at the same time, but they should all start filing in line one after another as the progression is going on. Tyler Glasnow had what we thought was a setback a little over a week or so ago in his bullpen session, but it wasn't anything to do with his arm or his shoulder. It was his back that was kind of giving him a problem during his bullpen session, and that seems to have subsided. Blake Snell actually had more than one bullpen session that we heard of, and both went very well. Roki Sasaki has not had any pain in his shoulder for weeks now, they're saying, and he's been out on the field pregame. He's been out there getting ready, and it looks like he may be the first one back. But the one in the room that everyone wants to see, Mr. Shohei Ohtani, could be making his return to the mound prior to the MLB All-Star game. And that's interesting. I didn't think initially they would do that. I thought that maybe they'd probably hold him out until after that. But the Dodgers have been very cautious with him. He's been very respectful of their timetable, even though I'm told he feels ready to go. And he even said in an interview when they asked him, when will he be back pitching? And he basically said, ask Friedman, right? That was exactly what he said through his translator, ask Friedman. And so that, kind of just proved the point that the Dodgers are just being cautious. They're holding him back a little bit. And I'm not necessarily upset with them for doing that. But at the end of the day, they got to protect their investment. They got to protect their best hitter. And they got to protect their best star when you got all these guys going down with arm issues. So if you get Glasnow, Roki Sasaki, and Snell back, Ohtani might be the last one back and probably the most limited of them all. But this is very good news for the Dodgers with that depleted frontline starting pitching. You're essentially getting 3 aces back along with the future ace in Sasaki. I don't care what anyone thinks about the way he started the season or how things went. I still very much believe that Roki Sasaki will be a stud. I still very much believe that he will be someone that will have a very, very bright major league career. And I'm excited for his return. I really don't care which one comes back first. I prefer them to come back kind of in line with each other, but we need them all back. We need them all back. I missed reports now that Kasparius did a video on this a couple of days ago, how I felt that it was just becoming more natural that he's going to become a starter. He's going to become a starter. And they had him start game 3 against the Padres. I think that's going to be a natural transition into that starting rotation. He's been solid this year. He's been great. Phenomenal rookie season. And they can always put him back into the bullpen later in the year or in the playoffs. He could be a guy that can fit multiple roles for the Dodgers, similar to like a Brazier or some of those guys last year. And Kasparius has been lights out. He's been dominant to a point, right? So get him in there into that rotation to help Yamamoto. Dustin May, who's been out there, but just he hasn't had his control. He hasn't been great. Catman back on the IL. And you got these other guys out there, just these plug guys that they throw in there. You have the Robleskis, the Sowers, the Blanded Necks, the guys that have no business being in a 5-man rotation. Maybe in your bullpen stashed away is a long relief on a blowout or two, but having these guys be one of your top starters and having the Dodgers have the record that they have playing almost 600 baseball with these arms that they're sending out there on a nightly basis is impressive in and of itself. So the bats need to get to a point where they don't have to play hero ball. And I know there's a lot of people that are talking about they need to they need to manufacture runs more. They need to play small ball more. And I definitely do not disagree with you. But when you're out there literally having the offense having to carry the load 100% essentially. You got them pressing a little bit, swinging for the fences more and stuff like that. So the offense feels a lot of pressure to perform, a lot of pressure to perform in every inning. And with that, you're going to get more chase. You're going to get more desperation at the plate. And you're going to get a whole lot of less discipline, looking to clap that baseball out of the park and get a run. So when you get the arms back there and you get some guys that can hold them to 2-3 runs or less, now the offense can chip away a little bit, not have to sit back and wait for that 2-3 run bomb to win you a baseball game. So the pressure can be removed from the bats by adding resources via the arms. And this is exactly what the Dodgers need. You know, they got to get Trinan back. They got to get Bazooka back. They got to get these guys back in the bullpen as well. But then you get the starters back in there. You got Kopech back now. He looked like White Sox Kopech the other night with his control. But the Dodgers' control has been an issue as well. So they've got to get on top of that. They got to get their arms back. They got to get guys back that can get outs and get high leverage outs, both as a starter and as a reliever, and relieve that pressure off the bats. Now, game one against the Padres was a wild one, man. Like that got off to an offensive slugfest. Then it settled down. Then theatrics, right? Then game two, the punt game. The Dodgers have given you this playbook before. They have showed you and they have told you they will not waste arms if they feel they got to use it in the next game. They will punt. They will forfeit, whatever you want to call it. They will do it. I don't love the fact that they have to do it, but I understand the strategy, right? They're going to throw a guy out there that they don't care if he gets 100-something pitches, whether he goes down or stays up. It's not that they don't care about his health, but they know he's not a guy they're counting on later down the road, more than likely. And it was a discussion they probably had with them. And it reminds me a lot of, Honeywell and Knack during the playoffs, where, just left our Flaherty when he had to just wear it that game. Get out there and just throw the pitches, save the arms for the next game. So in baseball, you would love a sweep, but just win a series. Win a series, on to the next one. If you win more series than you lose in the regular season, you're going to end up with a very good record. And that's what the Dodgers are looking to do. And they weren't going to sacrifice game 3 for trying to compete in game 2 when they didn't really feel that they were in game 2. And I totally understand and agree with that decision. And I think that's how and what they should have done. And they did it. And then they went out, they had their arms, and they got the win in game 3. They took the series, and they come home to Los Angeles to face the Giants, who blew a game against the Rockies today and gave a walk-off to the Rockies, which was absolutely, it just blew my mind. I thought that was going to be an automatic sweep for the Giants. It wasn't. It be that way sometimes, and that's baseball. Like I said, the Dodgers got beat by the Nationals. The Dodgers got beat by the Marlins. Like, these things happen, right? Any given day, any given series, a baseball team can beat or sweep another baseball team, and that just is what it is. And the Giants learned that lesson today. And so the Dodgers enter game 1 tomorrow night in sole possession of first place in the National League West, the toughest division in Major League Baseball, even with a depleted rotation, damaged pen, tired offense, still playing .600 baseball, man. So shout out to the Dodgers. Shout out to the Dodgers. Most importantly, shout out Dave Roberts, because the anti-Dave brigade has been getting shut up lately, and I love it. I love it. Our 2-time champion manager, our Hall of Fame manager, our highest winning percentage in Major League Baseball history manager, Dave Roberts. He gets a ton of credit for this season. Ton of credit. And he is doing the best he can with what he has. And it's on the organization now. If guys don't get back in a timely fashion, which it's looking like they're going to, for them to get out there and try to really acquire some arms to help these guys and help these bats. Teo finally got going yesterday. He's been abysmal since coming off the IL. I've been trying to really remember to say IL instead of DL. Edmund had a rough patch coming off the IL as well. He's kind of found his way. Hopefully Teo find his way. Muncy's been solid since the beginning of May. Pages has turned into a professional hitter / fringe all-star guy. Really, the only guy in the lineup that you really can't count on right now is Conforto, and he's been of late, right? You guys know me as the type of guy who really doesn't give up on players too quickly, doesn't really give up, I don't really join the crowd when it comes to rallying against or throwing tantrums when someone's in a slump. I'm a little bit more patient, but I also don't die on a hill. I was willing to be patient with Conforto because his career has had enough sample size to know that he's better than what he's been in LA. However, my sample size was not going to exceed 200 at bats. The closer he got to 200 at bats and the further he was away from 200, to me, was the true barometer of, okay, this It's got to be between the ears. Something is all the way wrong here when it comes to what's going on with Michael Conforto. And I'm to the point now where they totally should look elsewhere, right? Because if he does catch a little something, doesn't get on a streak for a week or two, and he falls back into this, it's gonna have to get to a point probably mid-season or around the trade deadline where they paid half of his salary. And if you make a move for someone like a Walker Buehler, or if you make a move for someone like a Luis Robert Jr., these are just names I'm throwing out there, right? If you make a move for someone like these guys, now his money makes it a little easier to make that work. It's half paid at that point, and you could probably get a deal done. So the Dodgers are not stuck with him. That's not a multi-year deal, and it's not like you can't move him because it's the final year, and it'll be another team sending back money as well. Dodgers would have to sweeten the pot a little somehow just to get a deal done. But I don't think you can continue to stay with him unless he makes a drastic change, and I mean quickly. I don't see it because I think it's mental at this point, and 200 at-bats is a long time to be patient with a guy. They've been more than fair with him, right? More than fair with him. And like I said, Muncy got it going, Pa has got it going. All these guys got it going who started off slowly. Mookie's starting to turn it around. Like, all these guys got going. And Conforto simply just has not. And they're going to have to get it going. We're going to have to get it going. So I don't necessarily know what the answer is off top, like where they're looking for it. I know everyone wants Ha-Seong, Mickey Mantle, Kim out there every day, right? I know that's the narrative now, is Kim should be playing every day, and he needs to be doing this. The savior of the season, Ha-Seong Kim. You're putting way too much pressure and way too much expectations on this rookie who they're still working on his swing with, okay? Go back to spring training. Look what his swing was looking like. Look what they've done with elimination of the leg kick. Look what they've been working on. That is why he's been productive. He's also had a bunch of little injuries that didn't really leak out. I told you guys early about a stomach bug that he had. This team has had endless illness, like a stomach bug. Feels like anyone who comes to the Major League Ball Club has gotten a stomach bug. Now, I don't know if it's something with the construction at the stadium and something's in a wall in that clubhouse or something, but every single player, almost to a man, has gotten that stomach bug. And Kim had it recently. He also fouled the ball off his foot. He also ran into the wall, and he's dealing with a little bit of an elbow issue right now. So Ha-Seong Kim has been battling little injuries. And for those who want him in the lineup every single day, like he's the next coming of Babe Ruth, need to chill a little bit. He's still a rookie in a new league, and they're bringing him along slowly. And I think that's the right call. He's been solid. They're trying to groom him as a center fielder as well. It's going to take a little time. I think the second half of the year, he may play a little bit more, but right now they're pretty much content with having him as the utility guy, the infield and outfield. He is a rookie, and they're going to work on him and bring him along slowly. So with these pitchers coming back, though, man, what this is going to give to this team is the strategy that Doc Roberts can use, the lineups he can do. He can take his foot off the gas. Some guys can get some days off. Maybe Freddie gets to rest that ankle some. These are things that, you can't afford to do when you're throwing AA and AAA level pitchers out there trying to get outs at a major league level and counting on your offense to score 5, 6, 7 runs just to keep you in a baseball game, right? So when you give yourself a chance to win a 2-1 game, a 3-2 game, a 4-2 game, whatever it may be, now with these arms, hopefully, they come back and resembling anything like themselves. Also, Roki's a rookie, right? He's still going to struggle as well. But if these guys can come back and give this offense a break, then I think the Dodgers have a chance to go on a crazy run. Just an absolute crazy run. So appreciate y'all tuning again. Once again, I'm Empire Jeff. This is Empire Jeff TV. We are talking Los Angeles Dodgers tonight. Make sure to drop a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. Let's get to some of your chats now. Thank you for the wait. I greatly appreciate you. Joe said it took me 45 seconds to get on all the ads. Said Joe. I can't control that. Joseph. Rosaki sounds good. He accidentally said that, but that could work. Chris, the art director, aka Chris, the graphic guy. What's up, my brother? Finally, the Dodger info god Empire Jeff TV is back. Thank you, Chris. It's been it's very hard for me to do any time of consistent content creation in the long form. I've been staying pretty consistent with my clips all over TikTok, IG, YouTube, but it's been really hard for me to lock in and find 45, an hour and a half slot with everything I got going on. And what I did, I'm not gonna lie, I was pulling up the TikTok for a bit. I've been building my base over there. That's hitting good, doing great. So I've been trying to give that a little bit more attention. Took a break from that tonight, pulled up to the YouTube fam. So make sure to follow me on TikTok, man. It's starting to take off over there at Empire Jeff TV everywhere on TikTok, Twitter, X, here on YouTube, IG, Kick, Twitch, everywhere, right? Make sure to follow me everywhere. Pick your passion, whatever you want to be, whatever site you use, I'm there, man. Facebook, I always forget to promote the Facebook. I'm there too. So, but I'm back here today, and I'm doing my best to try to do some more long form, man. But it's been difficult. But appreciate you, Chris. And we got Killer Noez. What's going on, man? We Dodger fans ain't used to these punted games. Of course, it's not a good look, but it worked so far with winning a series. It also won us a World Series, man. Killer, it won us a World Series. It won us the NLDS. It won us the NLCS, and it won us the World Series. So my point is this. I continue to say this. We got to learn to trust the process. I know I poke fun with the whole thing of us being on our couch. That's just me trolling, playing around. But at the end of the day, the reality is they know what they're doing. They know their team better than us. They have a strategy, and I believe that they have earned the benefit of the doubt. They have won a World Series with this strategy. It can work. And the fact that they won a World Series of basically 2.5 starters, and they're out here with the best record in the NL West with next to no starters, just Yamamoto essentially, right? At some point, you have to really start trusting these guys and say the words, they know what they're doing. I trust them. I know that I trust them because I know what they're doing, and I trust them. And that's what I'm trying to say. We need to stop trying to act like we know more than them. We have to stop trying to act like we could do better than them and just let them do their jobs and go get us a back-to-back World Series championship. Losses are frustrating. Not having our players is frustrating, but they're doing the best they can with what they have. And let's support our team. That's all I'm saying, man. Killer said, still in first place. That's my point. That's my point, man. He said, Puro DL Hughley. DL Hughley, huh? The hate on our players from our own fan base is sad. Look. I've said this like numerous times, right? I can't tell no one how to fan. I don't do that. I just give my opinions and I talk my ish, right? Whatever. But I can't tell no one how to fan. But I do think I'm pretty realistic and pretty logical when it comes to it, right? I don't do the temper tantrums. I don't overreact. I don't ever do that. But yeah, the way that this fan base at times, it's almost Lakerish. It's almost Laker fan-ish. And it makes me wonder if some of these people just kind of jumped on the Dodger bandwagon when they won, right? Hadn't really been around a while, right? Because anyone who's been around baseball for their entire life, or even just a handful of years, you understand that this is baseball. Guys have ups and downs. Guys struggle. Guys have issues. They go into ruts. They go into slumps. They get on hot streaks. They get on heaters. And just how quickly they rip and tear apart and want their guys traded and DFA'd when they have a bad stretch is just, it's a little bit too much estrogen for me. If you know what I mean? Like they need a pair or something there. They need to man up a little bit, not be so emotional and whiny, right? Stand on your own too and support your team. And that's how I do it, man. What's going on, Cuba? The bandwagon man. The bandwagon exists. That's hilarious, man. It be the fans, man. It be the fans, man. What's going on, Rubio? He said bubble guts. What's going on, man? Peeps' expectations of Kim are so high. I'm sure the fan base would quickly turn on him if he were to start struggling too. Yeah, you know what it reminds me of, man? It's you have these guys like, why didn't they play this? Like the Lakers with Tristan Thompson, the Lakers with Stanley Johnson. People hold on to these guys like they're legends and they were nothing, right? So my thing is, Ha-Seong Kim, I think, has a chance to have a very good major league career. I think he's going to be solid. I think he's good. The Dodgers got him for a reason, but they're also bringing him along slowly for a reason, okay? They fixed him. They fixed his swing. They've made him better, and they're continuing that progression, right? That's what they're doing right now. Just got to ride with it. Jeff, I really made it for a live stream. Yeah, thanks for pulling up. I haven't done a live stream in like 10 days, so I pulled up today, and you were able to get here today. I wasn't even going to do today. It got home a little later than usual. Took Lucky for his walk. Well, we were out, got home, and I was like, you know what? It's like only 9:15. I can get a show in, man. I can get a quick 45-minute shift here, 45 to an hour. I can get some time in today. I already pre-did my videos and clips. Those are ready to go. I got a little time. Let's pull up and hang with YouTube a little bit. I got some time tonight, and That's what we got here, man. We should be glad we are still in first place besides some of the slumps and injuries. Yeah, I mean, like I said, you had Mookie going through it, learning that whole new position at shortstop full time, right? And his injuries and his bad luck. You've had Ohtani rehabbing his pitching while playing. You've had Freddie Freeman, whose ankle is still not right, and he's playing ridiculously. You had Teo and Edmund, who were both playing at an MVP pace before going on the IL. They came back in a slump. Will Smith has been doing his thing all season. Shout out to him. Andy Pa has turned his season around about 6 to 8 weeks ago. Muncy turned his around about a month ago. And like I said, we're really just sitting back hoping to see if Conforto can do anything. Just looking for any ray of sunshine. He had a home run yesterday. He's had some hits of late. But like I said, Conforto, if you're not going to bat north of 220 with some pop and you're not giving us a gold glove outfield, you're just not bringing anything to the table that we can really trust moving forward. It just doesn't make any sense, right? So that's where they're at. That's where it is. And but the rest of these guys have really, those who had fell back on. Teo had that big 3-run bomb yesterday. He still went only 1 for 5, but that one was a booyah. You know what I mean? So hopefully he can get a couple 2 for 4s, some 3 for 4s, for 1 for 2, and walk or 2. Like, get into the rhythm of just getting on base, feeling better. Now he might still have a little lingering, from that injury. That may be the case. But at the end of the day, you got to be a little bit more patient and stop chasing things out of the zone. Now, I know a lot of people, I've heard a lot of people telling him, tell him don't swing till he gets a strike. I've seen that a couple places. You ain't going to tell a slugger that. You ain't going to tell a slugger that because ain't no slugger going to hear that. And first of all, the majority of the time, they don't know if it's a strike or not when it's coming out of their hand. When the ball's got movement and all this stuff, some of the guys don't have the best eyes of reading balls and strikes like other guys. Some guys see a pitch they can get to, they got the pop, and they can clap it, right? Not everyone has the eye of a Juan Soto or like a Freddie Freeman or something like that, right? They don't really have the eye like that. And they don't always know where the ball is going. Most of the time they don't. They got to guess, right? Or they got to ambush. And Teo, you can't tell Teo to stand up there until you see a strike because he can get 2 strikes without even thinking they're strikes, right? If he sees a pitch he feels good about, you don't hold back a slugger. You don't hold back a slugger. That's why you're okay with the slugger having a lower average. But a slugger in a rut, in a slump, then maybe you at least work a count. Right? Don't go up there hacking pitch 1 or 2, right? So you can kind of meet in the middle there, but holding back a slugger, you're just not going to do it. The managers don't rarely interfere with vets or sluggers. They talk to them. They tell them, just like when he was telling him with Muncy, get back to being stingy at the plate. That's kind of your thing. Get back to being stingy. You talk about because that's his way. Teo's never been a stingy guy at the plate, right? He's been a guy that's been known to strike out his whole career. He had a much better year last year of getting walks. Then he got hurt this year. He's pressing a little bit. He got that big contract. There's a lot going on there. So I trust Teo to figure it out, and I trust Teo to get back to what he needs to do. Cuba said, Jeff said the hell with us on YouTube. He's going to be bandwagon on TikTok content. No, I'm not. I just need to put time in, right? As with anything, like I did with YouTube, like I've done with everything. You know what I like about my content creation journey? And this is how you know, what's the word I'm looking for here? When you're searching for validation and you're a guy who came in after like the boom, right? I feel like if you jumped on social media or YouTube in like 2000, prior to COVID or during COVID, anything pre-COVID, 2016 to like 2020, it was fairly easy to get like the following, the views, and blow up. Like it was very, when you see what blew up, right? And same for like, I missed both waves. I missed the TikTok wave too, right? Because you see people that got like 300,000 followers and I only get like 200 views, right? You'll see people with like 40,000 subscribers on YouTube and get like a couple thousand views, right? So what I'm saying, what it is what I like about, and what I will always look for is if the amount of subscribers you have line up to the work you're doing, right? So when you look at multiple platforms, it's usually a creator really only has a vibe or a move on one of them, right? Maybe they pop on YouTube, but they're not on TikTok or IG like that. They're in there, but it's just not popping. The platform don't mess with them like that. What I'm proud of is I'm pretty much in the 2K to 2,500 range on every platform. So I'm growing them consistently at the same time, and that's what I'm working on. So I try not to favor one over the other, and that's what I'm trying to do. So we're at 2K on YouTube. We're at 2,500 on IG. We're approaching 2,500 on TikTok. And that's what my journey is about, is bringing the consistency to each platform and bringing relativity and being relative on all platforms. And so that's my journey. So I had to focus on TikTok a little bit because I had some makeup to do. I had to catch up. And so now that I've done that, I feel comfortable with the pace and where I'm at. Now I got to get back to YouTube and bring that back to life, because probably for the last 6 months or so, I haven't been on that same commitment or grind to YouTube that I was before, because it's hard to make time for the long-term content. But I love YouTube. YouTube is my home. This is my community, but I'm just trying to grow other aspects and other lanes. And I've also found monetization earlier on other platforms just off hard work. So that's what I'm trying to do, really. Let's see. Talking Friars are still crying about losing 2-3. Talking Friars is always crying. They're always crying, and talking and bashing Dodger fans, which is comedy. But Padre fans, Padre content creators, there's a lot of, just like Dodger content creators or Laker content creators. There's a lot of different ones. There's a lot of ones I enjoy, a lot of ones I rock with, a lot of ones I'm cool with. Some of them I'm not, and not that I'm not cool with them. I just don't watch a lot of their work because they don't pique my interest. But I tell you, Talking Friars is an interesting one for sure. Trust the process. Yes, I just subbed, brother. Hey, appreciate you, Killer. Appreciate you. If you guys have not done so yourself, please drop a sub, man, on the channel, man. I greatly appreciate it. Drop a like on the video at the very least. That's the least you can do. It's free. Drop a like, subscribe to the channel, become a member, share the work. Like I said, I was on here a lot more heavy before, and I'm trying to get back to that. I promise. But appreciate that, Killer. Roberts will go down as the GOAT manager in Dodger history. Look, I'm a big Tommy Lasorda guy. And when I say this, I almost feel guilty whenever I say this, but he's going to end up with more World Series, more wins. Tommy was more than just a manager for the Los Angeles Dodgers. He was the culture, right? And not that Dave doesn't have his own culture, but he was the culture of Los Angeles. Tommy Lasorda was the city. Tommy Lasorda was the pulse. Tommy Lasorda, people didn't bash or dare question Tommy Lasorda like they do Dave Roberts, even if he messed up. They're different. They're different animals. They're different layers. So while Dave will end up probably with more hardware and probably with a better resume, Tommy Lasorda is a legend amongst legends in a city of legends. Dave can win 5 World Series, and I don't ever know if they'll give him, because Tommy Lasorda, if he won 5 World Series, no one would ever try to down talk it with, well, anyone can win with that team, or it's $1 billion payroll. I feel like everyone wants to justify why Dave wins and only blame him when something bad happens. And so as a result of that, I don't know if Dave will ever get his due, because of too many people dying on the hill of them not rocking with him and them having to be right about him not being the right guy. And because they're failing miserable with that take, they're never going to walk that back. Where Tommy, I don't recall any hate for him, right? I just don't recall it. Joe says, I trust only one being on this planet. Only one what? Are you saying you only trust yourself? Joe, you're lying. We've been over this. Nah, Jeff, Laker fan base are worse, my God. The Laker fan base is the Laker fan base is its own documentary, right? It's its own I'm a lifelong Laker fan, so I can say this. I would say that the Laker online fan base, you could always tell the ones that don't go to games, or when they do, it's once or twice a year and it's like up against the roof, right? You could tell, versus ones that really, really go into their accounts and really bleed that purple and gold and bleed their bank accounts, and their closet is decked with the stuff that they bought and purchased, and versus, you could tell the difference, right? The ones that just cry and all that stuff, it's just too much. It's just too much at times. Not with it. Estrogen is code for estrogen is code for it's baseball. No team has ever went 162-0 winless either. Just inhale and breathe. Yeah, man, that's my point. Chris says, oh my God, no more Stanley Johnson talk, please, for the love of. Yeah, man. I don't even blame Stanley Johnson, man. I blame the weirdos that still keep that alive. Like, that is crazy. That is great. No shade to Stanley Johnson. I've never woke up a day in my life a better basketball player than Stanley Johnson, and I never will. Right? Never will. I hope the guy makes it to the league. This is not about him. It's just the same with the Hassan Kim. It's the expectation that people try to put on him, right? It's unfair. And I wish the man the best. I wish he gets on an NBA team. Hope he wins a championship. Hope he contributes to it, right? It's not Stanley Johnson that I'm really talking about. It's the people's take on it. You get what I'm saying? Hard to beat Tommy. Yeah, it is hard to beat Tommy. Tommy's the man for sure. And Walter Alston won 4 titles. Yep. So like I said, they have legends there, right? They have legends. But Dave, when it's all said and done, probably has a chance to be the guy because he's already got cheated on 2. Now, I don't know for sure if they win both of them, right? But he probably at least has 3 at this point if he doesn't get cheated. And they still got the prime of his Dodger run to go. So Dave is going to get his due. Teo's 3-run home run yesterday was almost in the same spot as his NLDS Game 3 Grand Slam. Yeah, that's Will Smith territory, right? That is a hard place to hit a home run to, man. Like that ball that I think he had one in the game before. Like the ball just sometimes dies there in center field, and Merrill can hop, and they got that like little league wall there. But yeah, he clapped that baseball, man. He absolutely clapped that. Joe says, when a pitcher isn't throwing strikes for 3 batters and walks them, you wait for the pitcher to throw strikes. Yeah, you do. But again, I had someone tell me one time is that the worst thing you can do to a guy who hits for power and a guy who waits for a mistake and a guy who punishes a mistake is tell him to wait. And the thing with sluggers is it's the mentality. It's like shooters shoot, right? If they've missed 3 or 4 in a row, they shoot their way out of it. It's the same thing. And the thing is, you're never going to tell a slugger. Now, a guy who's struggling, doesn't hit a lot of bombs, doesn't have a high average, he's your 8 or 9 hitter. That's the guy, like, you better hold that bat and let the top of the meat of our lineup get up. Well, Teo is part of the meat and the heart of the lineup. You don't hold those guys back. And this is people in the league that say that, right? And it's like, you don't want your sluggers thinking you don't let them have the green light on pitch 1. And I agree with that. Conforto and Teo are next in line to get glasses. Honestly, I don't think it's Teo's vision that's the problem. It's just his discipline is what it is to me. JK, I know what it is, man. You know what it is, man. What's going on? Don't care. Appreciate you, man. What's up, Jeff? Been a while. Yeah, man. It's been a minute. Been a minute and a half, really. I'm gonna try to do more, man. I got a lot of home games coming up. I'm gonna try to go to a handful of those, but it's been really hard to find the time to do the long term, the long form content. I've been busting out a lot of videos. I've been putting in the work, man. Trust me. For the clips, but I have not had a lot of time to pull up like I did tonight to kick it with y'all. For right now, I'm going on 40 minutes. I just have not had the time to do that. Lot going on, lot going on. And without saying too much, I've been spread pretty thin, and for reasons that I can't really say on the internet. So it's a whole lot going on around me. So it's very hard. I'm a busy guy naturally as is, right? But then you got everything kind of literally around me that's going on, and it makes for less time we got going on right now. Let's see. Chris says, Empire Jeff TV, YouTube just asked me about your vid. I clicked very good, recommended more Empire Jeff. Hey, thank you. But this guy ain't been around a while. Should we still push him out? Because see, what happens is we don't come around for a while. Even for like 3-4 days, when you're someone who goes like every night, like I was, and you take a break, then what happens is they stop pushing out notifications. So even though you're subscribed and even though you got the notification on, it doesn't push them out. Like they make you earn that back. They make you, no, we're not going to tell the people. You got to keep showing up. So that started happening to me when I started taking a break from basketball. It wasn't full-fledged on baseball yet. And when you guys know me, I was going every night on the Lakers, like minimum 5 nights a week, doing up my show, pulling up to other people's show. So they were sending me out left and right. I was in the algorithm. They push it out. Anytime you take a little break from it or don't stay consistent, which I understand, which I totally get, it's my fault, right? I take 100% responsibility and accountability for that. But what will happen is when you stop pulling up every night, they stop pushing you out there. Like you can ask a lot of other content creators that have said the same thing. It'll happen to you, and it's self-inflicted. I do it to myself because I don't stick to the regimen that I know that works for me, right? Because you can't box me in. Like I don't care, conglomerate. You're not gonna box me in. I'm gonna do what I want, right? I'm gonna stream when I want to stream, right? Because I don't have to do this. I do it because I want to. There's a total difference, right? This isn't a career for me. I do this for fun. So I've often thought, like, man, should I just abandon lives and just do like 2 or just do like schedule 2 lives a week? And you guys know those are the 2 nights I pull up. Should I do pre-recorded long form like podcast? should I do walk and talks with the camera while I'm out and about? But I like being in here. I like being with my mixer. I like being in here with the lights. Like I like that. Doing videos while I'm walking with Lucky. I don't know if that'll hit the same for me, right? I don't know if I like that type of content. I don't know if that's going to be junk content, right? So I'm trying to find different avenues of what to do here. Let's see. Don't care said, how many more innings does Kike need to qualify for two-way status? That's funny. That's funny, man. Did you, man? I swear, man. I know Manny got him, like, and almost hit it out. But when Manny swung and missed, and he looked at him like, I can't believe I missed that. Oh man, that was great. That was great, man. That was funny. Tommy would rip his players when they lost or messed up, not coddle them like Roberts. Yeah, don't care, definitely, but it's a different time. Tommy probably couldn't have got away with that now. Spell check. Teo loves to smack the Padres around. He does. What's the word on Emmett? So I honestly don't know the answer to that. I had heard earlier that it was very, very strong, and then I lost like communication on that. Like I've got nothing since. This was a few weeks ago, and I'm not gonna even. I can't lie to you guys. I have nothing on that. Nothing. Like that should be the easiest one to get intel on, and I have nothing on that. I don't know. So I don't have an update on that. I will be catching up. I also, because of my schedule, I've not been able to have my coffee/burger and beer meetups with some of my baseball people to have these conversations with. Again, self-inflicted, my fault, schedule limitations. So when I do meet up with them, these are things I'm definitely going to bring up and talk about and try to get some insight in, as well as some Dodger trade targets on what's going on and where talks may be with some of these guys. And have not been able to really get out there and have those conversations. And I miss it. I miss talking baseball with those who are inside the game. It's an honor and a privilege to have those contacts. So I'm kind of punishing myself by not being out there. Kirkland water is the best Costco. Oh, yeah, Kirkland. Is this Kirkland? Yeah, I think that's the only water we have. Yeah, it is Kirkland water. It's not vodka in here this time, right? Yeah. Sometimes I'll be messing around and putting alcohol in the bottles for, certain reasons, and then grabbing them by accident and taking a swig. Like, ugh. Wasn't expecting that. Nothing worse than getting like vodka or like clear tequila when you think it's water, especially when you accidentally grab it and you swig it on the way to work. Oh, oof. Don't do that at home, kids. Don't do that at home. It is man. I'm talking about water, just get more thirsty. But so let me ask y'all real quick. Where do you guys have the Dodgers finishing this homestand? 7 games, 3 with the Giants, 4 with the Padres. I could see them going 5-2, man. I really could. Let me see in the chat. What do you guys think? What are you guys feeling? What do you guys have it at? I can see them going 5-2. I could. What just happened here? Okay, there we go. I can see them going 5-2. In doing so, winning both series. I think if I had to say, I would love for them to sweep the Giants. I got them 2-1 over the Giants, and I got them 3-1 over the Padres. That's where I got them at right now. So I got it 5-2. So put in the chat. Let me know where we at with it. I got it. I got them 5-2. 2-1 over the Giants, 3-1 over the Padres. Although I know that winning a series in a 3-game series, to me, if you split a series in a 4-game series, that's not terrible because you just ended up where you started, right? You didn't lose any ground. You didn't gain any ground. 4-game series, those are tough to sweep. And I would love 3-1, but at worst case scenario, if they did 2-2, I wouldn't mind it. I wouldn't love it, but I wouldn't mind it. Let's see. Rubia says, what teams make you nervous in the league? There's a lot of good baseball teams. And the fact that that any baseball team can beat anyone at every given time is something that you always have to be mindful of. So you look at the teams they struggle with. The Cubs, they've struggled with this year. The Phillies, they seem to always struggle with. They lost the season series to the Mets 4-3, right? The Padres are going to be amped up. We'll see how they match up against the Giants as they're about to take them on. I still feel that Atlanta can be scary. I'm not dying on that hill, but I'm going to get dehydrated and hungry on that hill, So I think there's a lot of good teams in the NL, man, that could catch you slipping. And I don't really want to say that makes me nervous. Any baseball team can make you nervous because any baseball team can beat any baseball team. But if I had to say nervous, maybe the Mets, just because the way their pitching has been. But I don't. I think we could beat the Cubs. I think we could beat the Cubs, and we didn't really have all our pitchers for the Mets either. So Padres, I don't know what that team's going to look like at the end of the year with their pending free agents and what moves they make. Right now, I'm going to say Mets. That's what I'm going to say right now. But I still have the Dodgers beating all of them. Don't care said 5-2. Okay. Kane Carter said, what's going on, Kane Carter? Guess who's Bizak? Uncle Jeff. What's going on, man? Appreciate you, Kane. Yeah, man, been on a little YouTube hiatus, man. I apologize. A whole lot going on in my city, man. AJ's Wacky World. What's going on, AJ? 4-3, but hoping for 5-2. Okay, I see you. 6-1 sweep the Giants and 3-1 against the Padres. The Giants series is going to be very interesting, man, because we're going to find out. Look, the Giants have played very well against winning baseball teams, right? The Giants don't have a real superstar player on their team. They've got a very dominant pitcher in Logan Webb, and we got Webb and Yamamoto tomorrow. Their bullpen is elite, but I'm very curious to see how the Dodgers score on them. Very curious. And if the Dodgers could sweep this team and take them from 1 game up to 4 games up in this series, that would be telling. Tall task, though, man. It's going to be a tall task. But I would love for them to sweep them. I'd love them to go 7-0 on this homestand. I just don't think they will. So I got him going. I got him going 5-2. What's going on, David? David Ornelas. What's going on, man? It's a 10-game series. Yeah, we're kind of approaching the middle of it. I'm just talking about the homestand. Where you got him going on the homestand? I know what it was in San Diego. I'm just talking about next on the homestand. You going to any of these 7 games? Yes, I am. So I'm going on the 19th. And whatever day the trophy is, I got to look at my ballpark app. I got tickets. I'm planning to go to that, but if I don't go to that, someone's bring me back my trophy. Like I'm sending someone with my ticket to get my trophy by replica. But I also want to go to the Golden Jersey night. I want to go to that, and I want to go to one of the Giants ones. Again, my schedule though, I got to figure that out. I might go. I was thinking of going with my pops on Father's Day, but my pops decided he wanted to do something else, so that's out the window. Tomorrow I cannot go, so Saturday might be the only day of the Giants series. But I'm going. I have tickets right now for 2 of the Padre games. The 19th I'll be at for sure. But the 18th and whatever the Golden Jersey one is, I want to try to go to. 5-game series against anyone is nervousness. Yeah, short series is rough. MLB needs to make that a 7-game series. They want to speed up the pace, but they also don't want to run through too many pitchers in a 5-game series, kind of to reset the next one. I remember they were breaking out all the different reasons as to why having it. I just think it really sucks for the top seeds. It's just not ideal, man. The Mets are a great squad, but the Dodgers, the best, will beat them in 7 games. This I agree with. Thoughts on the finals? What it means for both squads. So I'm not gonna lie, man. There's no Fs and there's negative no Fs. And I'm in the negative range when it came to the finals. I did my best. I've been trying. I punted on basketball this year. I legitimately did. I tried. I didn't enjoy it. Didn't enjoy covering it. Didn't enjoy watching shows about it. Basketball, I feel like basketball in a lot of ways, from the sport to content creation, it's been like a bad meal all year for me for some reason. I can't get into it. It's been hard for me to watch shows. It's been hard for me to watch games. I don't know. Maybe it's me. Maybe it's just me. Maybe something's wrong with me. But I watched some of it. But these 2 teams, although I've never not watched the NBA Finals, and again, I've checked in on it, but I haven't watched the entire game. These 2 teams don't do it for me. OKC has no business being a finals team. Indiana has no business being a finals team. It's just the league we're in with the new CBA, competitive balance and parity and all that. But this is what you get. You get second-round exit teams making it to the NBA Finals. And I know that everybody was high on the Thunder because of their record and this, that, and the third. But the Thunder doesn't survive in any championship era of teams that went of any even of one-off teams. Like they're not that team. And Indiana is even lesser, even if they beat them, right? So it's a bad product for me. It's a bad product, and I got stuff to do. So I've just been not as tuned in as I would like. If I had a chance to pick who I would want to win this series, it would have been probably OKC. Just for the fact that I would love for that city to win something. But outside of that, it's been really hard. It's been really hard to watch. Just the type of the gameplay and the officiating and the reviews and all just all the game itself has just become the 3-point shooting and the lack of competitiveness and defense. It's just a bad product for me right now. So I don't have a lot of thoughts other than I'm just really not loving it. Right. So I can't really do any type of breakdown, to be honest with you. Dodgers will sweep the Giants. I hope so, Joseph. I hope so, Joseph. I really, really do. You prefer day games or night games? Going to games, I love me some day games, going to games, because I get to get up, get out there, do that morning brunch, go out there, get a little hydrated before the game, have the whole game. They got stuff to do after the game. Give me a day game. But obviously, weeknights and stuff like that, I like them both, but I love day games. I love day games. NBA Finals is boring. Watching basketball now is like looking at I'm not going to say that, but I'm not going to disagree. NBA product is very bad. Yeah, and again, I don't say that with joy in my heart. I love the game of basketball. I just feel that the game I love it's not existent anymore. And hopefully, they can do some things to bring that back. But I don't enjoy it. I used to. I can't explain the energy and the excitement that I used to get for basketball. Now a game comes on, I'm like, okay, when is this over? It's brutal, it's rough, and content creation in itself, I just didn't enjoy it anymore because it's such a toxic cesspool. NBA coverage, the lack of good content, recycled, regenerated, regurgitated content. It just makes you lose interest. Ring culture, people talking about games in the 80s that they never watched. Like it's just a real brutal watch. I try to stay off the internet basketball wise in general now. I just do. It's yuck. It's yuck out here. But basketball, but I blame the NBA. Content creators, that's just internet in general. Like when you go on the internet and you see people put some of it just like, okay, this is craziness. But the product itself, the NBA, they need to get their act together. Like if an NBA lifer is uninterested, that's right. That's just weird. That's just weird. Let's see. Where did I? Chris says, a lot of us feel the exact same way, Jeff. Yeah, again, I almost feel embarrassed saying it. You know what I mean? Because I love the game so much. I feel bad saying it. I wish I wasn't saying it. Most importantly, I wish I didn't feel that. I wish I didn't. I really, really wish I didn't. Let's see. I legit stopped watching. Legit no aura at all. Yeah, I just dove headfirst into baseball, man. That game is getting better. That game is getting more exciting. I've always loved the game of baseball, right? But I didn't do content creation really of it, right? So one good thing about it is my pivot from basketball to baseball. I've become so much more happier, like as a content creator. I feel like the content creation is a better space. I think the content creators are more knowledgeable. A lot of people do content creation for basketball really don't know a lot of basketball. They do shows covering articles. They're not giving you any really intel that you can't get yourself, right? So it's just talking points. It's like being in a barbershop, which is cool, and some people need that, but I like substance, and there's not a lot of substance channels out there for basketball anymore. There just really isn't. And the ones that had it lost it because they're chasing clicks and views like everyone else. So they're doing the same stories, the same topics. You know what I said, man? I keep saying it like every other video. You know what I mean? Like you can't do it. Every other channel you go, every other video, no matter where I go, I see the same show, right? It's the same show everywhere. And I'm like, nah, man, I'm not part of that, bro. I'm not part of that. Let's see. You said Mel Gibson. Oh man, I'm just glad Boston or Golden State are not in it. Go Lakers. Yeah, I don't even care about them, man. Like I said, I'm the Mel Gibson one is coming. I got sidetracked there. What's going on, Aaron? Yeah, nice meeting you, brother. Man, it was good to meet you at Dodger Stadium at the Yankee game, man. Appreciate you, man, for making the time. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, member roll call, man. You can become a member for less than the cost of lunch. You could become a member for an entire month. Click that join button. First link in the description. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, all the above. Follow me on all my socials at Empire Jeff TV everywhere. Twitter, X, IG, here on YouTube, TikTok, Kick, Twitch, Facebook. I think that's it. I think I got them all. I never get them all. I'm going to be honest. My mental health is better when I don't watch, to be honest. I legit went to work out, hoop instead of watch because I don't care about it. Now, I hear you, man. What up, Aaron? Appreciate you, brother. SGA, worst MVP for me. He already got the same amount of MVPs as Kobe. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's what? It's no shade to SGA. Like, man, it just these dudes, man. The fact that these dudes think they belong in the same sentence as someone like Kobe, or like like they're the same level, or the first guy since this league is like, bro, like in this league, bro, like Mark Madsen could probably get 15 and 10 in this league. I'm playing, but what I'm saying, it's that bad, man. The only OKC team I would cheer for is the Comets. I like Ben Kasparius even more than Dreyer. When all starters come back and we have Ben and Dreyer in the bullpen, we will look invincible from a pitching standpoint. Dan Inspiration, I agree with you. Kasparius has been money this year, man. And I think no matter where they put him, he's going to perform. I think he's that good. SGA, poor man, James Harden. The bandwagon says, wasn't boring. Game 3 was back and forth. The final series is solid. It's just not big name teams that turn people off, but the series is fire. No, it's not that for me. I'm not saying that the back and forth, Cuba. I'm just saying that the competition from a standpoint of stopping someone from scoring, right, it's you just know that other team for the most part is going to score unless they just miss a bad shot, because they're out there just taking the shots. They're like, who's taking his shot? Like who's taking some of these shots 10 years ago? Now I understand they can take and make those shots, but what I'm saying is, it's just God, I'm really trying not to be the get off my lawn guy, but maybe I am. Maybe I'm just that dude. I mean, I don't know. Tell me if I am. But I did the gameplay. I'm not talking about the back and forth. I'm not talking about that. I'm just competitive of getting up on someone and stopping them. You're not getting to the cup on me. I'm going to knock you on the ground. Like, you're not getting any of that. You're not, like, I'm going to compete with you. I don't care about guys being friendly with each other on the court. So that I'm not with the people on that. Oh, LeBron was talking to Anthony Edwards. Oh, boo, Kobe would never. Kobe did that, bro. All right, like, go and look at how many times Kobe was goofing around and jacking up someone's rib of fake elbow pull. Like, Kobe played around with other players, bro. Like, it's a false narrative. But at the end of the day, because LeBron was talking to Anthony Edwards, like, that was a thing. That's not a thing, bro. It's not a thing. That's not a thing. Baseball players do that every game. The Dodgers and Padres do not hate each other. They don't hate each other. You know what I mean? So it's just a weird thing of, I like dudes acting like, who was it that said this? Never mind. I ain't gonna bring him up. But it's some of the, like, people who really, like, think that these dudes aren't friends or something. They don't like the buddy stuff, man. These dudes, it's a different era, different game when it comes to people. Like, you know what I mean? But it's like, I don't mind LeBron talking to Ant, but at the same time, I did love them getting into it the next game. So both can be true, right? Both can be true. I didn't mind Kobe getting into it with Reggie Miller at the scorers table and then being cool about it. I didn't, that, like I said, I don't mind either side of that coin. Because I know that LeBron James wants to kill them. He just didn't. He couldn't, right? The team beat him. But you think for any second that because LeBron was joking with Anthony Edwards that he wasn't serious or trying to win a basketball game? That's wild. That's bananas, yo. That's crazy. What do you think about them not having the finals logo and trophy center court? I hate that they got rid of it in the intros and the semantics. It legit looks like a regular season game in February. Yeah, I love the trophy on the court. It gave it more of a vibe. Gave it more of a vibe. Wasn't even trying to talk basketball tonight, man. Look what you guys pulled me into. The actual courts don't even say NBA Finals logo on them. Adam Silver messed up. Looks and feels like a regular season game to me. The NBA started to go when the hated rivalries disappeared. All the players are too, but I just touched on this. Like, here's the thing, man. You can have teams, you could have guys that are cool and still get into it in the playoff game. Like, that could still happen. I don't expect guys to hate each other in today's day and age. It's just they're involved with each other too much and too many things. Will you say that Luka traded Ohtani? Well, Ohtani wasn't traded. It's similar, like they're going to have a conspiracy, Doc, in a couple of years of how it happened. Ohtani wasn't traded. He was a free agent. Nowhere near the same thing. Aaron says, yeah, Jeff, it was awesome meeting you. Glad the Dodgers blew up the Yankees that day. Bro, let me tell you. that game was over in the bottom of the first, right? Bro, I was washed by like the third. I was in a section by a lot of Yankee fans, and these dudes were going and just buying shots, and I was washed by the third inning, man. I was I was so washed that when Muncy hit the home run, I thought it was Conforto, and I was talking trash. Like, I told you he was gonna hit one, and no one was like telling me it wasn't Conforto. They really thought he hit it too. The whole section was washed, and I'm just like, bro, my wife was out there buying $30 margaritas. I was taking them from her and drinking them, but like, I legit thought it was Conforto that hit the home run. I was clowning, and it wasn't even him that hit it, and no one around me knew it wasn't him that didn't hit it. So that sets the scene for what that game was like. I had a ball, man. It was incredible. Crazy Boston went from winning to potentially breaking up now. Well, they were always going to break up to an extent because of the salary and the money, man. Casper and Dreyer have been huge. Facts. Question, which bullpen pitcher is the best right now? Which bullpen pitcher, like ours or in general? There's a lot of great ones and good ones out there, man. Look, I'm not gonna even lie, man. Kasperius is top tier right now out the pen. But I'm drawing a blank right now. Who's dude for San Francisco that blew the game today? Oh man, he's at a solid. I think he's like a 0.90 ERA now. After that today, I think he came in like 0.68. I know his name. I've said it a million times, and I'm drawing a blank. Rodriguez Hernandez. What's his name? Damn it. Obviously, like Edwin Diaz doesn't feel like he's the same guy to me. Call me crazy, but I will still take Tanner Scott over most of these guys in the bullpen. I understand it got off to there was a rocky stretch. He didn't get off to a bad start. He said he had a rocky stretch, and I feel like he's found his way and got back on. Trying and come playoffs is filth. Vesia, man, time and time again has proven to be pretty solid and really drives me nuts. But I'll still take Tanner Scott, man. I'll still take Tanner Scott. No, that wasn't directed toward you, Jeff. It was to whoever said the series was boring. No. Okay, I got you. I'm just clarifying my stance on it because I don't want to come off. I want my intentions to be like, what they are, man. Not after that game 3 I saw. Ken Carter said, I know Jeff LA through and through, but I see Knicks, Yankees, giant guy, deep, especially the Knicks. I root for the Knicks. I was rooting for them, but I'm not a guy that believes a team coached by Tom Thibodeau is going to win a title. Having said that, I didn't think he should have been fired. But the Knicks I was rooting for, they just didn't have enough, and I just don't believe in Cat at all. Like, I do not believe in Cat. What ruins the NBA are these fans, media, and these former players trashing the product and not adapting to this era. Yeah, I mean, I like the whole GOAT debate. The whole like breaking down like ring culture because you didn't win, like the people that get up here and hold like if it's about winning, which I understand, but your stats, like if it's just about winning and if you won championships, like that's obviously the number one goal, but it's a team sport. It is a team sport, and I'm fine with someone having Michael Jordan as the GOAT. I'm fine with someone having LeBron James as the GOAT. But these two guys, no matter which one you have won, the other one is right there. Right there. There's no separation. Like you can flip coin on all of them. Yeah, Mike won in his era. He won. He skipped 2 years. He probably doesn't win 8 titles if he stays those 2 years, right? That team was in flux pretty much to a point. They had to reshuffle. He came back. They lost a year. He came back. He wasn't in shape, granted. But he also didn't play as long, right? Also, different era, different league. But what I'm saying is if you have Jordan as your GOAT, he's not head and shoulders above LeBron. And if you have Jordan as your GOAT, he's not head and shoulders above Mike. So they're both incredible. They're both extremely dominant. You can't go wrong with either one of them. So the debate is kind of pointless to me. It's a toxic debate because there is no winner. It's opinion based. There is no winner. There is nothing infinitive. There's nothing definite about it. Because if you polled, a lot of guys of today's generation would vote for LeBron, and a lot of guys before would vote for Jordan, and there'd be a ton of people that voted for Kareem. That's a fact, but Jordan is not head and shoulders above LeBron, and if LeBron's your GOAT, he's not head and shoulders above Jordan. It's as simple as that. The Jordan fanboys won't like that. The Bron fans won't like that. But those guys are right there. They're right there. They're equally in the status, right? You can't go wrong either way, man. Looking back, man, Bron 80 window 2020 to 22 injuries and poor roster. Yep. This is why I refuse to be a fan of any team because of these reasons, man. You guys just completely took me away from baseball, man. I have fist fights, and 10 minutes later are laughing and drinking a beer. Men have, yeah. I do that. I used to do that all the time. Even with complete strangers. Like one time I got into a fight with someone. It wasn't me. It's usually not me getting into a fight. It's usually my people. Got into a fight and then ended up at the bar after we got kicked out. Ended up at another bar with dude and became friends with him. Like it's just usually with guys, it's usually just stupid misunderstandings, right? And then we just move on fast. I'm so surprised hockey isn't taking over like that. The same people that want the toughness and violence need to watch the NHL. But they actually NHL is incredible. The NHL, especially if you want to watch a game live, incredible. Someone sat next to me at the game who attended games at the Coliseum. Oh, that's dope. That's dope. At the Coliseum for the Dodgers or the Angels. Man, that's crazy. Best bullpen pitcher for the Dodgers is Kike Hernandez. My parents were at the same game. Jeff 18-2. That's dope. Man, I was at. I'm drawing a blank. I didn't go to the first game of the Yankee series. I was tripping. I was about to say I went to all three, but I didn't go to all three. I went Saturday and Sunday. Phenomenal. And once it kind of felt like that Sunday game was over early. Yamamoto didn't look right in the first inning. It kind of slipped up a little bit. Again, had a ball. All right. Had an absolute ball that game, man. Damn, I'm sad. Even Phillips, bro, probably gonna be out till next August. Phillips may not come back, bro. Like that's a tough one. How much longer are we gonna with Conforto? He's taking playing time away from Kim. Kim's not ready for every day. They're not gonna play him every day. We need to stop expecting that. As far as Conforto goes, I feel like they've already kind of are getting past it. I feel they're getting past it. I know they're having trade conversations already. They've already benched him a couple games. I think that's coming to an end unless he has some type of drastic change soon. We need to see Giannis on the Knicks that league needs. And I don't know, man. I'm a messy Vessi guy. Messy Vessi. I like Vessi's energy and reactions, especially when he strikes out the Madres. Kobe is the real GOAT. Kobe's my GOAT. Kobe is my GOAT. But I'm saying if you're going to sit here and talk to most NBA fans outside of Los Angeles, it's pretty much going to be Kobe. I'm sorry. It's going to be Mike or LeBron. The fraud is just a stat pattern. Come on, man. If you think LeBron James is just a stat pattern, you just not liking the man is one thing, but he's had the greatest NBA career of all time. Like NBA career. If you're just talking about a guy who showed up every day, played, the stats, all that, he's had the greatest NBA career of all time. Is he the greatest player? That's the debate. Man, I'm not taking part in that debate. Dodgers had Koufax. She had Koufax. It was amazing. That's crazy. Yeah, imagine being able to watch Sandy Koufax play. My grandpa used to tell me about that all the time. I'm going to be real. Next season, I'm going in without expectations, fam. It gets easier as you age. In my 20s, but no one wants to see grown men have crash outs. Yeah, there's nothing worse to me than seeing grown men throwing tantrums. Like, it's just, I'm going to leave that alone. The Dodgers was a Padres was fun to watch. It was incredible. Loved it. And we've got 4 more games coming up soon, so it's gonna be fun. With sports games, breaks it. Yeah, it's just in general. And then a crashed out content creator might be the worst of the worst. Might be the worst of the worst, man. But yeah. But on that note, man, I appreciate y'all. Been rocking here for about an hour and 10 minutes, longer than I thought I'd go. Y'all can be anywhere in the world, but you're here with me. I appreciate that. I apologize for my absence of late. and we'll be working to get back to your regularly scheduled programs soon. But again, make sure to follow me on IG, TikTok, Facebook, Kick, Twitch, Facebook, all that. Empire Jeff TV everywhere for that best crossover sports content around Empire Jeff TV, man. So love y'all. Enjoy the rest of your night. Let's enjoy this Dodgers homestand. And I will catch you guys on the next one. And maybe I'll see some of y'all at the stadium, man. So be safe. And as always, let's go Dodgers. I'm out of here, y'all. Peace.